Hello, everyone. It's your league manager here for a rather serious video today. First of all, it's a recap of what's going on. Not a lot to say, considering it seems like everyone's been keeping up with the drama of the league. Currently, I'm in first place. You know what? I'll save that. I'm going to show the standings in just a moment here. But a lot has changed. A lot is going on. Both just, with our league, with people moving up and down the standings, with keeping in mind that two teams will be eliminated at the end of the season. There is a lot of things to be aware of as the season continues. But more importantly, there's a lot of drama and a lot of updates relating to COVID-19 and how it's affecting the NFL. And then how that affects our fantasy football league. So you see my face now, but we're going to switch it to the iPad here. So I'm just going to press a button here, and we're going to switch on over. Now, as you can see here, this is obviously the front page of our league on my iPad here. Let's take a look at our standings first, because that's the exciting part. We'll get the fun stuff out of the way. There is a lot to keep in mind this week in terms of our standings. So we'll head to standings here. First of all, I'm in first place currently after beating my mother last week as being the two undefeated teams of the league. I ended up winning, so I'm in first place. And then you'll see the standings are what you see there. Be sure always keep in mind these points for that are third column from the left. Those are important in considering which team will be first if there's a tie in the standings here. So you'll see that, for example, Sierra, very high amount of points. So does Robert. Higher than Team Fear the Hood, who's in third, yet they're behind because of their record. So look at those points. Those points are going to be important when it comes to ties, when it comes to people potentially jumping other people in the league. Can shake things up a lot, and I think it's already started to do that. In last place this week, we have my father, Tony Martinez, the Portland Rattlers. But there's a lot to think about. If we head to the playoff bracket over here, we have the Portland Rattlers and Bonferroni here in the losers bracket, which means they are projected to be eliminated currently from the playoffs, whereas these four teams right here are projected to make the playoffs. Remember, this is the first season we're having two teams be eliminated, so it's gonna cause some drama, maybe shake things up a bit. You're not guaranteed a playoff spot, and no one gets a bye week in the first week of the playoffs because of that elimination. So important to keep that in mind. Now let's get to, so that's what's going on. This next week is going to be pretty good. Here are the matchups for this week, and even though tomorrow's Sunday, there's a lot. You'll notice a lot of people only have maybe 8 players that are ready to play. Some people have the full 9 players, but I only have 8 players ready to play. So does Sierra. My dad only has 4 players ready to play. Now, why is that? I'll tell you why. It's COVID. So if we head back to the front page of our league here, there is a notice right here. You can't really see where I'm pointing, but where it says Fantasy News and Analysis, it says how ESPN Fantasy Football is handling postponed NFL games. So there are a number of games that have been postponed because of COVID-19. A number of players have tested positive, such as Cam Newton, who you'll see on the front page here, as well as many players from the Titans. And there might be more. I haven't kept up with that too much. But it's causing delays, and it's causing bye weeks to occur when bye weeks were not planned to occur. So when many people drafted players depending on the bye week at the beginning of the season, you may want to take a second look at those bye weeks because they are changing for just a few teams, such as I think the Steelers, the Titans, and whatnot. And then there might be a couple big players that are going to be out that still are playing this week. So you might have started reading this already as I'm talking. If you have, great. But there's 3 important bullet points here. One, that there might be games that are played on Tuesday night. So Monday Night Football usually is the end of the week. It could be Tuesday night this week. That'll still be a part of this matchup, period, as you'll see in number 1. Number 2, that if a game is rescheduled in a place in place of a later bye, and the current week is used as that team's bye, then that week will be treated as a bye on the fantasy schedule. So in short, it's just saying that bye weeks could be switching around, I think, right? Already said that. So, and then number 3, only players who were previously officially ruled out for that week's game and those placed on the COVID-19 list will be marked as out. So I think that just means that it's gonna let you know if they're out because of COVID. You should see the regular O for out if they're out because of a COVID-19 diagnosis. And then down here it says how this will display within the game on the desktop and in the app. I won't read this word for word, but again, this is on your app as well. If you want to take a picture of this, take a screenshot, please do. But I just wanted to let you all know this. It's pretty important. And hopefully this video isn't too long. I'm not sure how long I've been talking. But this is important to know considering tomorrow's Sunday, and I'm sure several teams, including me, need to take a second look at their lineup because things are changing. And I'm hoping we get to complete this season. But if things continue to spiral down in our fantasy football league because of COVID-19, then we'll deal with that when we cross that bridge or whatever people say. Anyways, that's the video. I'm going to stop it right here. Thank you all for listening, and good luck. Talk to you later.